Hello everyone! So my normal quick apology about the lighting in this video. It's actually snowing outside today, so obviously it's very cloudy and I'm just trying to film with as much natural lighting as I possibly can. So this is my 5-star predictions video. So what I've done for this video is I've picked 5 books that I own but haven't read yet that I think I will be giving 5 stars to when I do eventually read them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the back of each of the books and then I'm going to let you know why I think I will be giving them 5 stars when I do get round to reading them. So the first one of my 5-star predictions is The Sacrifice Box by Martin Stewart, and this actually doesn't come out until very early next year. So I'm going to read you the back of this book. Sepp, Arkle, Mac, Lamb and Hadley, 5 friends thrown together one summer. When they discover an ancient stone box in the forest, they each make a sacrifice, something special committed to the box forever, and they make a pact. They will never visit the box alone, they'll never return to it at night, and they'll never take back their offerings. 4 years later, a series of strange and terrifying events take place. Someone broke the rules, and now everyone has to pay. But how much are they willing to sacrifice? And that sounds so good to me. I've heard this compared to Stephen King, I've heard it compared to Stranger Things, I've heard it compared to Stand By Me, and they are all some of my favourite things. So I have very high hopes for this book, and yeah, really looking forward to reading it in very early January next year and hopefully giving it 5 stars like I'm pretty sure I will be. So yeah. The next book that I think I'll be giving 5 stars to is Warcross by Marie Lu, and this was a very highly anticipated release this year for a lot of people. I did pre-order it, but I just haven't got round to reading it yet, and this sounds so good. I have heard a lot of people say that it's really good. I've heard some amazing things about it so far. So the back says, the obsession started 10 years ago and its fan base now spans the globe, some eager to escape from reality and others hoping to make a profit. Struggling to make ends meet, teenage hacker Amika Chen works as a bounty hunter, tracking down Warcross players who bet on the game illegally. But the bounty hunting world is a competitive one and survival's not been easy. To make some quick cash, Amika takes a risk and hacks into the opening game of the International Warcross Championships, only to accidentally glitch herself into the action and become an overnight sensation. Convinced she's going to be arrested, Amika is shocked when instead she gets a call from the game's creator, the elusive young billionaire Hideo Tanaka, with an irresistible offer. He needs a spy on the inside of this year's tournament in order to uncover a security problem, and he wants Amika for the job. With no time to lose, Amika's whisked off to Tokyo and thrust into a world of fame and fortune that she's only dreamed of, but soon her investigation uncovers a sinister plot with major consequences for the entire Warcross empire. And that sounds so exciting, so fast-paced, maybe a little bit Ready Player One-esque, which is one of my favourite books of all time, maybe with some elements of The Circle by Dave Eggers thrown in there as well, which I also really enjoyed. So this just sounds really good, and I really hope that I will be able to pick this up very early next year too, and hopefully give it the 5 stars that I think I will be able to give it. So yeah. The next one is Frozen Sharla by Alex Bell, and I've had this book for quite a while now. It has been out for a few years and it just sounds so creepy and exactly up my street. So it says, Dumb Vegan School for Girls has been closed for many years. Converted into a family home, the teachers and students are long gone, but they left something behind. Sophie arrives at the old schoolhouse to spend the summer with her cousins, brooding Cameron with his scarred hand, strange Lilius with her fear of bones, and Piper, who seems just a bit too good to be true. And then there's her other cousin, the girl with a room full of antique dolls, the girl that shouldn't be there, the girl that died. I love creepy, haunted house stories and stories about family secrets and all of those kinds of things with a horror element to them, and I've heard that this is really terrifying. So yeah, really looking forward to getting into this and hopefully being able to give it 5 stars too. The next one is Baloney by Andrew Michael Hurley, and I've had this book for a little while now too, and I've heard amazing things about it. Again, it won the Costa Book Award in 2015, so that's a pretty prestigious award too, and I have been quite lucky with the Costa winners that I have read. I have normally really enjoyed them. So the back of this one says, 2 brothers, one mute, the other his lifelong protector. Year after year, the family visits the same sacred shrine on a desolate strip of coastline known as the Baloney, in desperate hope of a cure. In the long hours of waiting, the boys are left alone. They cannot resist the causeway revealed with every turn of the treacherous tide, the old house they glimpse at its end. Many years on, Hanny is a grown man, no longer in need of his brother's care, but then the child's body is found, and the Baloney always gives up its secrets in the end. So I love very cold, dark, atmospheric crime stories. I also love stories about relationships between family members, particularly siblings for some reason. I love the relationships between brothers and and sisters and brothers and sisters and things like that, and this just sounds so good and very haunting. And yeah, I've heard that it's really well written too, so hopefully I will be giving this 5 stars too. And the last one of my 5-star predictions is A Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. Now, I know this is a very popular YA fantasy trilogy. It's actually a spin-off from Cassandra Clare's other series, The Mortal Instruments, and I also have the first book of that, and I'm pretty sure I will enjoy that too. But The Infernal Devices has always felt like it might be a little bit more up my street. So at the back of this says, when 16-year-old Tessa Gray arrives in England during the reign of Queen Victoria, something terrifying is waiting for her in London's downworld, where vampires, warlocks and other supernatural folk stalk the gaslit streets. Friendless and hunted, Tessa seeks refuge with the Shadow Hunters, a band of warriors dedicated to ridding the world of demons. Drawn ever deeper into their world, she finds herself fascinated by and torn between 2 best friends, and quickly realises that love may be the most dangerous magic of all. So, Victorian London, supernatural creatures, romance, all of those things sound very me, and I've heard, as I said, amazing things about this trilogy. It's very hyped, which kind of scares me a little bit in case I don't like it, but it does definitely sound like so many things that I really do know that I love. So I'm fully expecting to be giving Clockwork Angel and probably the entire trilogy 5 stars, and hopefully I will finally get to Cassandra Clare's work in 2018. So yeah, and that is it for my 5-star predictions. What are some books that you haven't read that you think you will be able to give 5 stars to when you've read them? Please let me know. I will leave all of my social media in the description down below. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.